What's up, everyone? Welcome back to After the Storm. Welcome back to the NHL 07 Dynasty Mode series. We've got a very exciting episode coming up in this one. We made some changes after our last game. We made some trades and we boosted our defense. We brought in some defensive defensemen. We reunited two guys that had played together for many, many years in Rob Blake and Adam Foote. Both players ended up as cap casualties with the advent of the salary cap coming in at 05-06, having to move those players out for Colorado there. They lost two pivotal pieces to their franchise at that time. Their loss is kind of our gain as they moved Blake back to LA. Foote ends up in Columbus. Now we've made trades to acquire them here. We gave up something, a decent amount in both trades. If you guys want to check that out, go back to the other one. But very quickly, Kodalik out, Camilleri in the LA trade. Lidman and Newman both moved as well in order to bring in Blake and Foote. So let's just jump quickly. We'll go ahead and preview our lineup just to take a look at the new changes here. And and then we'll get into the preview of the episode, of course, against Ottawa here. Again, Ottawa struggling a little bit. But not a team we can not take seriously. They're still an incredible offensive squad. So as we look through here, not a whole lot of change in terms of our lineup here. We're keeping this top line together. They've been incredible throughout the season so far. We can take a look here at Daniel Briere, our captain. Again, the start he's had on the season is just incredible. As we take a look, he's 19 goals, 23 assists in 16 games for 42 points. He is just killing it. He's almost at 3 points per game right now. For a guy who has really scored and been unfortunately injured for a lot of his career, even up until this stage, he's just having an incredible year. He's putting together just an amazing, amazing year for us here in Buffalo. And that top line is clicking, so no changes to that top line. We're not going to make a single change. That is working. It's worked since the beginning, since we put it together at the beginning of the season. As we drop down here, Camilleri joins Derek Roy and Tim Connolly on the second line. Again, Roy and Connolly, a lot of chemistry so far. When we made that switch to move Drury down, it actually benefited the squad quite a bit. So we're instead of changing up that third line I think we moved Dumont down, if I'm not mistaken, but leaving Drury with his own line, leaving him with Hesht, again, a very solid third line that can put the puck in the net when we need it to. But Camilleri, again, small, speedy player, can shoot the puck, can pass the puck, even can take draws really well. So he's versatile all around the lineup for us. Here, as we go to the defense, this is where we are hopefully going to see the benefit of making these trades. Putting Blake and Kalinin together, Kalinen's been phenomenal for our squad. Blake is going to come in at a 91. He's easily the best defender on the team right off the gate. Pair two, as we go down here, Campbell, Kubina, again, that's just a familiarity. They've been playing top pair together. And sometimes that's worked. Most of the time, most of the time it has worked. They are just getting scored on a little bit more. But keeping that pair together and lessening the minutes is probably a big help, especially Kalinin. Kalinin going up to the top line with Blake. Again, I think Kalinen's been defensively a lot better than Campbell, if by comparison. But putting him with Blake should very much help things for the team. And then a third pair of Adam Foote and Yaro Spacek is really, really good. I really don't have any complaints about this one at all. Moving on to our penalty killing units, this is where we'll hopefully see some improvement for our squad. Again, the penalty kill's been terrible so far. It might just be a game thing. It might also be the fact that we don't have the right personnel out there. Hopefully this starts helping that situation. Again, we're loading up. We're loading up. But I'm not even going to really... I'm actually going to put Derek Roy here just because I want someone who's faster. But Drury Roy Briere, Afinogenov, and then Blake Kubina on that top penalty kill pairing is probably the best way to go. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump into the preview portion for this upcoming matchup against the Ottawa Senators. So a bit of a rivalry game here, Northeast at this time, division. Ottawa 90 overall, an incredibly good hockey team who was just struggling to start their season. Seems like they can't keep the puck out of their own net. That'd be the major thing. Again, we're sitting on the other side with 4.19 goals against per game. That's just a terrible, terrible clip. We got to fix that right away. Ottawa looking on the outside, looking in of the playoffs as well. This is a potential first round matchup, a potential second round matchup, or even conference final matchup for us looking ahead. Again, this is a team that is definitely dangerous. It definitely has an opportunity to go win the Stanley Cup. Our goaltending matchup, 3 stars across the board for the Ottawa Senators. Dominik Hasek, 92 overall. Again, this is a guy I said if Ottawa continues to struggle and towards the trade deadline, they are out of it. I think we would make a play to probably try and get to get Dominik Hasek back to Buffalo to be our starting goaltender, but we are not there just yet. On our side, 2 stars across the board. Ryan Miller, again, we're still looking for more consistency and better goaltending for our squad. Hopefully, Miller can come in and give us some solid starts here over the next little bit. Ottawa's coming off a 5-3 win against the Montreal Canadiens in their last game. Overall, they are much better at home than they are on the road, and they are on the road in this episode. We are at home for this one, so hopefully we can keep up our solid play at home while also taking advantage of the Sens' lack of good play on the road. And no injuries for the Sens, a full healthy squad in this one. Again, this is, I think, one of the better matchups we've had of the series up until this point. Very, very excited to see where this goes. All right, guys, so we won't wait around any longer. Let's go ahead and get into this matchup. Sabres versus Sens in Buffalo. Let's go. Here in Buffalo, pre-game showing a couple new faces here for the Sabres. Rob Blake, Adam Foote acquired in trades just this week. There's Rob Blake there starting up on the top pair for a reconfigured defensive pairing. Pass turned over to Heatley at the line. Other way, there's Blake intercepting it. Blake will get back for the puck. Blake in front, Heatley. Oh, a bad turnover, but Heatley through the backhander wide, and there's Spezza scores. This top line of the Ottawa Senators quickly striking here to make it 1-0. As the referred to pizza line here with this Senators team. Again, struggled to start the season, but the expectation is that they're going to turn this thing around. There's Vermette bringing it back in. Phillips shot saved by Miller, and then Campbell will clear it down. It's going to go for an icing, but the race is on, and Corvo will get there first. Touch it up. On the draw, Fisher and Derek Roy. Roy going to win it. Bringing it up just by himself for now. There's Mike Camilleri, another player acquired. It's offside entering the zone. Just a few minutes pass. 1-0 Sens lead early on. Fisher there. Connolly. Here's Connolly entering the zone. Connolly still in there. Spinorama loses the puck. Verada's going to bring it back up for the Sens the other way. Here is Vaclav Verada. Shot on. Kubina there. Got the puck. Kubina now wearing 77. Changing over from 13 for Mike Camilleri as Camilleri dropped the puck below the goal line. And that is offside. We'll get a look here at the new additions of Camilleri, Blake, and Foote. Some major trades made for this Sabre team One that is doing quite well to start the season, but are looking to improve on that. Here comes Alfredsson with Spezza. Shot blocked by Kalinin. Backhander lifted. Length of the ice, and it will go for icing as Wade Redden gets back to touch it up. The Ottawa lines as we take a look. On the draw against Briere. Briere going to win it. They're looking to start the breakout. Blake there. Scrambling, get it out of their zone. Here comes Kalinin. He tried to dump it in, but his stick got lifted by Schaefer. Sens come back the other way. Here's Schaefer. Schaefer, Neal, backhander on, gets saved by Miller. Fought it off up high. Here's a Finneganov. Pass was into the slot, picked off, and that one offside as the Sens try to gain the zone the other way. 409 goals against. This is the number the Sabres are trying to minimize. 4.19 goals against per game currently. And a trend that can't continue. What a move by Roy, and tried to go 5-hole on Dominic Hasek, and that one is going to be saved by the former Sabre and held on to as we take a look at Brian Murray on the bench. Drury wins the faceoff against Fisher. Drury shot into a crowd, might have hit his own teammate Dumont there. Ferrata brings it back in. Ferrata may. Fisher shot scores. Puck found its way to Fisher in the slot, and just as Spezza is done, Fisher beats Miller on that glove side. Sens take a 2-0 lead here in the first. Comes Jury back the other way. Jury shot. Saved by Hasek. Heshed in front. Dumont scores. Just like that, the Sabres answer back. Heshed finding Dumont in the slot, and that is just a quick release. Dumont, known for that, heavy on the puck, but a quick release and hides it. That one beats Hasek. Goal that the Sabres desperately needed here in the first. Back in front, Heshed. Oh, and May gets there first. Ferrata. Fisher. Shot on, saved by Miller. Dumont headmans it to Heshed. Dumont again, shot. There's that blocker side on Hasek again, and there's the save. Ferrata. Out around spot check there. Dumont brings it back. The corner, Dumont there first. Takes the check from Volchenkov. Heshed. Jury, backhander on, save. Dumont still with it. Oh, tried to tuck play there, and Hasek read it. Not enough of it, steer it away. Brad May gonna dump it into the zone. Foot. His first touch here in the first period. Down the ice it goes, and that'll be an icing. Volchenkov got back to touch it up. Head coach for the Sabre team. Rough. Jury winning the draw against Spezza. The top line came out off the icing. Here's Jury. Dumont again. Shot. Good save. Dumont has been firing the puck here early in the first. Turnover, though. Alfredsson. Shot on. Glove side. Save for Miller. Here's Alfredsson again. Shot. Scores. And Alfredsson found his way to the net. Beaten on the glove side for the third time here in the first is Ryan Miller. They're winning the draw after the goal. Against Phillips, turned over. Schaefer bringing it back in. Schaefer. Vermette can't get the shot away. Still with the puck, though, and Neal scores 4-1. And the Sens have begun a rout. as Buffalo simply cannot contend the attack of the Sens here in the first period. Up line back out for Ottawa. Roy won the draw, but stripped by Spezza. Campbell. Puck back. There's Connolly. Connolly for Roy. It's turned over. 4-1 Sens lead. 6 minutes to go here in the first. Spezza backhander on. Shot down the ice afterwards, but Roy might win that race. He does. Turned over quickly, though, by the Sens. Spezza, cross ice. Way offside by Kubina. 5.5 to go here in the first period. Dominant 4-1 lead for the Ottawa Senators. Buffalo has been known to come back. Deficits such as this, but this one is an uphill climb as they appear to have no help between the pipes. Vermette, shot, saved by Miller, patted away. Blake finds Briere, the league's leading point getter. Phillips down the ice. Blake goes back to touch it up. .09 to go here in the first. Vermette winning that draw against Roy. 1-on-1 now. Campbell, Vermette, there's Neal. Shot. Ooh, good save there as Miller kept his skate on that post. Penalty upcoming to the Sens. Neal goes off for hooking. There on Brian Campbell. Sabres with a fantastic opportunity to get themselves back into this game. Might need to take it. They're winning the draw against Heatley. Here's Briere, shot, backhander. He flipped it to the backhand at the last second. Just the net wide. Back into the zone. Turned over, and Vermette dumps that one straight down the ice. First quarter of this power play as Briere's got a break. Briere in, shot, scores. And the captain stays hot as he perfectly beats Dominic Hasek to the blocker side off the post and in. Snipe from 48. His Hart Trophy bid season continues to press on. Sabres get themselves back. Here is Novotny, his first action of the season. Again, as Paul Gostad was involved in a trade. Here's Paillet. Paillet, Pominville in front. Backhander on. Looked like it was saved easily by Hasek. Paillet brings it back over the line. That one is offside. 4-2 with just a minute left to go here in the first. Not the start the Sabres were after, that is for sure. Drury losing it to Red. Spezza, shot on, blocked by Spacek. Foot down the ice it goes. Touched up by Red. Draw win by Drury, but that will do it. First period comes to an end, 4-2 the score. Sens jump out to an early dominant lead. Briere marker on the power play toward the end of the period does narrow the gap to 2. Sens take a 4-2 lead into the second. Back here in Buffalo for this second period, 4-2 lead for the Sens. To a quick start. kept foot on the pedal. There's Spezza, shot on. Miller turns it right back over to Spezza, and another shot there. Alfredson, 4 chances here. Heatley shot. That one's blocked by Kalinin, and he turned back the other way as Miller had a flurry to deal with there to start this second frame. And again, a goaltender that now needs basically be perfect the whole way through for his team to have a shot. Top line to Finneganov. That one's turned over to Mazzaros. Back comes this top line of the Sens. Alfredson. Backhander on Heatley. Good check there by Blake. Blake stealing that puck from Heatley, and here comes Briere back the other way. Briere. Backhander on. Good save by Hasek as Briere. Nifty move just to get that shot off. Kalinin. Briere. The other side. Danik. Briere. Tried to stop up play, and Redden's there, and Briere wanted a call, but none coming from the ref. And here comes Alfredson back the other way. Oh, and that one. Miller reached back. That one off the goal line as it trickled toward the back of the net. Net off the draw. Wins it, turns, fires, blocked by Connolly. Connolly turns it back over. There's Derek Roy. Roy, Camilleri. Connolly shot. One chance blocked. Hasek dove for it. Then gets up and makes that second recovery save. And Sens will bring it out. Schaefer the other way. Schaefer below the goal line looking for Vermette out in front. That pass through the feet of Camilleri, but he's got the speed to get there first. Connolly shot on. Camilleri tried to stuff play. Camilleri still with the puck. Camilleri off the side of the net. It's Chris Neal back in his own end, retrieves. Sens looking to break this one out. Broken up one more time. Great play by Camilleri. Roy still with it. Connolly shot, scores! In this newly formed second line with the addition of Mike Camilleri. What a shift. Camilleri made an incredible play at the blue line to keep the puck in as it was definitely close to exiting the zone, and it immediately pays dividends. As that puck put into the back of the net by Connolly, and here's Drury jumping right back in, and another one where the Sabres are looking for a call and nothing is coming. Foot cycles it around, spot check there, finds Hesht up the wing. Hesht in the third line. Drury. Shot. Backhander goes wide. Foot at the point. Spot check. Dumont. Another shot. Oh, hits his own man in front. Volchenkov is going to drop that one down. It'll go for icing as Foot. It's off to the right of Hasek. Briere wins it. Top line out for the Sabres. Brad May. Finneganov strips May of the puck. Pricing finds Verada. Here's Brad May. Coming in. May. Poke check by Miller. Solid in the second period. Here's May. Bumped by Blake. Leanin finds Blake. Outlet pass, and here come the Sabres. Here's Briere. One goal already, knocked down by the big body of Anton Volchenkov. Halfway through the second period, here's Fisher. Came out of the zone. Volchenkov lifted it in, and that'll be offside. The Sens don't clear the zone in time. 10:02 to go. Roy winning the draw. Sabres looking to tie this one up. Roy shot way wide, but a great play to make sure that puck ended up to Camilleri. Camilleri, cross, Connolly backhander on. Big save by Hasek. Alfredson. And bumped by Kubina. Great play by Czech defender. Camilleri in front. Good chance there as Hasek Take a look at Tim Connolly with 1 goal tonight. He's up to 7 goals, 15 points. Early on in this season. Curry off the draw win. There, Corvo steals the puck and finds Schaefer up the wing. Net, foot. Puck back. Sabres will start a breakout. JP Dumont already with 1 in the game. Slap shot on. There's Drury. A hooking call there. And the Buffalo Sabres will head back to the power play. That one clearly going to get called as Drury with a fantastic opportunity. Phillips hauls him down. Brian Murray wants an explanation. To the power play go the Sabres. Briere winning the draw. Finnegan off shot. Saved by Hasek. Curry in the breakout. Net down the ice. 6 minutes to go here in the second. Miller playing it out himself. Ganov and Vanek. Ganov there, into the corner it goes. Briere. Ends Vanek. Great pass there, and Finneganov bumped. Briere back in front, shot, scores! Not sure if Briere got an extra whack on that one. Looks like he might have. The game is tied with a Briere marker, back-to-back power play markers for the captain. We are tied up with 5.5 to go here in the second. Novotny shot right off the draw. Lifted high by Phillips and down the ice. Paille going to touch that one up before the icing. Comes Pominville the other way. 4th line out. Pominville still with the puck shot on. Novotny nearly getting to that rebound. Paille shot, Novotny in front. Oh, and Hasek, great save and gets the rebound. Novotny was hovering in front but turned over. Novotny over the net rather. Blake at the point. Cycles it down low. Paille. Over by Ottawa, and McCormick picks it up, and Grattan shot. Blake. Bringing it out. Novotny shot goes wide, but Paille there on the sideboards, and Novotny scores! Yuri Novotny. His first game in the lineup. Generated quite a bit on this shift, and now gives the Sabres a lead with a snipe past Dominic Hasek. Five 5-4 Sabres lead. Here's Derek Roy off the draw. Roy shot on. Spezza across the ice. Spezza. Beatley shot. Good save. Miller again there. Down low. Passing. Campbell. Alfredson turning it over momentarily. Here's Campbell. It's Kubina. Breakout is on. Roy there, finding Connolly. Final minute now of the second. Swing in momentum this period. Here's Camilleri. Shot on, big save. A penalty now upcoming to the Sens. Connolly again. Connolly scores. Tim Connolly on the delayed penalty call. And the offense of the Sabres beginning flex their power. Connolly and Briere have doubled up on their goals. Here's Briere again in. Try to go 5-hole. That will do it. A much different story in the second period. A 4-1 lead has evaporated for the Sens. Just like that, it is 6-4 Buffalo heading to the third. A much different game than we anticipated we were going to have after that first period. Buffalo seemed to just be hanging on by a thread. Miller has shut the door for the Sabres, and the Sabres have answered offensively. And there's a chance by Briere looking for the hat trick. In front, picked off by Mazzaros. Here's Heatley. Back in, dangerous sniper Danny Heatley. Turned over though. Vanek. Briere, Finneganov, back down low to Vanek, but it's picked off by Redden. Heatley brings it up. Blake dumping it back in. No icing. Sens wanted it as it was over the other side, but the official waves it off. There's Alfredson, turned over by Kalinin. Cross ice to Vanek. Vanek in front to a Finneganov, and Mazzaros with a stick check on a Finneganov at the last second. Here's Alfredson. Back the other way. That one rolled into Miller. He had to be aware of that. Finneganov. Vanek, Finneganov in, scores! In the top line. With some great puck movement. And that is just a patient, pure sniper move from Maxim Finneganov. Get into the slot, open up that amount of time, and then just calmly place that one above the glove of Dominik Hasek. Make it a 7-4 lead for the Sabres in a game they trailed 4-1. Here's Schaefer. Kubina strips him of the puck. Connolly. Down below the goal line. Turned over to Corvo. Still lots of time left in this third, but turned over here. Derek Roy with a step in. Oh, try to move on Hasek, but Hasek denies him. Again, not a very, we say, normal outing for the Dominator. 7 goals given up in this close game that has majorly swung two ways. Pricing behind the net finds Brad May, former Sabre. Down low, cycles it around. Spot check will get there first ahead of Verrata. Sabres will break it out. AP Dumont's got a goal already tonight. Here's Hesht. Hesht, Jury. Jury's still with it. Shot on. Saved by Hasek. Fisher. And over again. And Brad May ended up with that one in the slot. And he hits the crossbar. Brad May, not a guy who is known for putting the puck in the net so much as using his hands for other things. Had the opportunity there. Puts it off the crossbar. Take a look at Danny Heatley. Had a sort of a backward season for Sniper. Briere. Backhander on. Save. Finneganov gets the puck first. 4 goals, 15 assists on the season for Heatley. He's usually almost opposite that. Usually heavy on the goals. This season he's begun passing much more. Here's a Finneganov on the wing. Finneganov. Blake. Point, Kalinin, Blake. And that one offside as Blake bobbled it at the line. Take a look at this beautiful, perfect snipe. Just inside the post, top corner from Maxim Finneganov earlier in this period. 12 minutes to go. 3-goal lead for the Sabres. 7-4. Kubina dumps it in. Turned over in the slot. Connolly. Shot on, looking for the hat trick, and he's stopped by Hasek. 11 minutes to go here in the third. Roy down below the goal line, centering pass, hits side of the net. Back comes Chris Neal. He's got one in the game. Here's Vermette. Neal trying to get that one, but Campbell blocked that. Shot from a sharp angle. Schaefer, easily handled by Miller. Vermette, another shot, handled by Miller too. Ever since the 4-1 goal, he has perfectly shut the door. Camilleri. Camilleri in front to Connolly. Trying to make a move. Checked heavily by the defense of the Ottawa Senators, and here comes Vermette. Good stick by Campbell. Vermette still there when he lifted it over the net. Back to Corvo at the point. Sens keep it in the zone. That one now turned over to Eric Roy, and the speed has been killer for the Sabres in this one. Turned over right at the line, but Neal brings it back. Neal shot on. Miller save. Plays it out. Momentum all in Buffalo's favor at this point. Miller wants to keep that going. 7.5 in the third. Vermette. Campbell. Campbell drawing a penalty now and keeps the puck. Garrett is Antoine Vermette, rather. Be the one that goes off for high sticking on Brian Campbell. One pretty cut and dry at a time where the Sens can ill afford to give up another goal, let alone kill 2 minutes off this clock. Shot over right by Vanek. And Briere there looking for another hat trick in back-to-back games. Campbell fires it up the ice. Vanek finds Briere on the wing. With Finneganov. Redden will get that one out of the zone. Minute 30 to go on the power play. Now under 6 minutes in regulation for Sens, who are looking to climb their way back into this one. Have not scored a goal since the first period. One retrieved by Alfredson. Sent down the ice. Vanek finds a Finneganov. Briere. Finneganov. Shot. Oh, good save by Hasek. Stuck with Finneganov there. Another one. And Finneganov turns the puck back over. Here's Vanek. Shot. Good save by Hasek, who's had to be stellar here down the stretch just to have a hope getting his team back into this one. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Finneganov, Vanek, and Briere have been wreaking havoc all night and continue to do so here on the power play. Bizarros is going to lift that one high off the glass past Brian Campbell. Final seconds of the power play here as Briere hits the crossbar. There have been back-to-back hat tricks for the captain. Connolly bringing it into the zone. Still with it. Connolly still with it. Oh, gets the shot off and a great glove save from Hasek. Camilleri. Here. Bringing it up with Vermette. Vermette turns it over to Rob Blake. Roy brings it in offside. So got to figure the grades on some of the debuts. Camilleri has been noticeable on the second line. Novotny, if you want to call that a debut, despite being on the team, has been real good on this fourth line. Gets a goal in this one. Adam Foote's been solid on the third pair. He hasn't had a ton. As Paille comes down, makes a move, and Pominville actually jumps on the rebound, and Hasek will scramble to make that save. For Rob Blake, solid night on the ice for a couple of the goals in the first period, but otherwise has recovered nicely. There's Adam Foote, shot blocked. Corvo just going to rip it down the ice. Oh, go for icing with 40.7 seconds left. 7-4 Sabres. 4-1 lead. Slowly eked into the end of the first period, and then the second period put them up big. Jury, nice move, scores! Chris Jury. What a move. Made a nice play to get himself just a little bit better body position in front. Dominic Hasek, and then uses that momentum He generated to flip the backhand. And it's an 8-4 doubling up. Spot check there. The pass intercepted by Neal, but it had come over the line. Went for an offside. 28 seconds to go. A game that looks much different on paper. Dumont shot blocker to the corner by Hasek. And a game that looked disastrous to start for the Sabres. Dumont, another shot there. Quickly turned into a dominant offensive display. Another puck lifted down for icing. 4 seconds to go here in regulation. The Sabres will get themselves back into the win column, but of course, the concern still resides over the goaltending situation and allowing 4 goals per game at this stage. But for tonight, it's a moot point as the Sabres take an 8-4 win at home against the Senators. Get themselves back into the win column and take one from their Northeast Division foe. As always, we will leave you with the 3 stars of tonight's matchup. We'll see you the next Sabres broadcast. All right, so coming out of that one, that is quite the performance. Again, a game that really started off just terribly and had me second guessing Ryan Miller in general. Turns out to be a pretty good one, and he shut the door from the second period on. So I can't really complain on that one. Again, I feel like the high scoring is just here to stay. I don't know exactly why, but maybe it's just because I'm running 10-minute periods and everything like that. And it's kind of a game it's kind of meant for 5-minute periods, but regardless, it is what it is. Our offense is good enough to get us out of these jams a lot more often than we think. So for now, it's okay. We'll let Miller have kind of his down games, but we'll get him back to... I think our confidence should be pretty well restored in Miller for the time being. Doesn't mean we won't look to make an upgrade, but for right now, we're okay. So jumping to the standings, again, a 3-way tie for first in the conference. We have that advantage of, a couple extra games here. And our goals for just keeps skyrocketing. Even the Flyers, who have 67 goals for and a 3.53, like 5.94 is just wild. But at the same time, I feel very confident that we are also the team that's been scored against the most. So 71 is our numbers. Toronto 65. We are the, again, Dallas 4-7-3 with 11 points in 14 games, and they are only allowing 2.36 goals against per game, which is second best in the league. Third best in the league right now. Fourth best in the league, and they're losing games. That's crazy. So we got some emails to go through. Again, we don't have any trade offers or anything like that. So just to go around the league, let's see maybe if there's any. Pittsburgh's our next matchup. Of course, we know Crosby's out. They're missing Noah Welch and Ryan Whitney as well. So they are missing a few players, are the Penguins. This is the email from the extra goaltender we signed just in case we had to move off of Biron. But here is going to be, perfect. Trade summaries for our trades. Looks like just, okay. Whoa. So this trade summary, let's take a look because Ottawa just made a big upending of their roster. Wow. So let's start with this. Kodalik, Numanen, and Lidman for Blake and Camilleri. That was obviously our trade from last episode. But the Columbus Blue Jackets trading David Viborny, Rostislav Klesla, and Duvie Westcott. Now, Duvie Westcott was a guy I acquired in the NHL 06 Dynasty Mode series with the Ottawa Senators. A fast right-handed shot defenseman. And Ottawa sends Heatley, Norton, and Volchenkov. Now, I get that Ottawa got 3 serviceable NHLers, and Brad Norton is not that. But they gave up Danny Heatley. And they, made a panic trade here. That feels so weird. We got to go take a look at a trade like that happens. We got to go take a look at what... Let's start with what Ottawa got, because I do feel they lost that trade. So Viborny's an 86. And Westcott's an 83, and so is Klesla. So that's actually not too bad. That's not bad at all. 283 overall defensemen. Getting those back in the trade is pretty decent. So you got an 86, an 83, an 86 and 2 83s. A 93. He gets to go play with Rick Nash. That's freaking wild. A 93 and an 83. And Norton, I assume, is just nothing. Norton's a 75. So, yeah, he's pretty much nothing. Wow, that is a wicked trade to make, though, if you're Ottawa. That is as panic gets. And, again, to do it without giving up a pick is pretty wild, too. And, again, it's another aspect of we will have to keep an eye on. I don't think Columbus is doing that great either, are they? Actually, I think no, LA was the team that I traded with that was in the playoff spot. Columbus is in the West back in this point. Columbus is sitting 11th and is just a point out of the playoffs. Okay, so maybe they're making a bit of a push. They've made some trades over the last little bit. So that's an interesting trade. I'm very shocked. Ottawa got... I don't know how much better Ottawa got out of that trade, but that is an interesting one for sure. So let's go ahead and jump into our preview of our next episode against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Unfortunately, we will not get to see Sidney Crosby in this episode, but we will see a Penguins team that is definitely overachieving. So taking a look as a whole here, Pittsburgh 0% power play is pretty alarming. 84 to 88. Again, we have a strong advantage in this game going into it. Again, our offense considerably better, our defense wholly better, and our goaltending is below theirs. But again, they have a pretty awesome goaltender at this point in Marc-Andre Fleury. 306 goals for, 2.94 against. Again, they're very even in the course of their season so far. Our goaltending matchup, Fleury versus Miller. Again, 2 stars across the board, almost identical goaltenders. Fleury just a little bit better with that top left, which should serve him pretty good. Again, that's a spot where the right-handers tend to shoot. Pittsburgh coming off a 4-3 win against the Islanders in their last game. They are very good at home, very not good on the road. That has been clearly their kryptonite, is being on the road so far. And again, we talked about this in the email portion, but Crosby, Welch, and Whitney, those are 3 guys of the lineup not in anymore. They are missing I think Welch and Whitney are both defenders, so they're missing 2 of their defenders, and they're missing Crosby, who's probably their best forward on this team at this point. Anyways, guys, that will wrap it up for this episode. Another win in the books, an incredible, I should say an offensive performance that was decently backstopped by Ryan Miller. Outside of that first period, he shut the door all the way. So can't really complain about that one too much. Miller did what he needed to do to get us the win, and that's all we can ask from our goaltender. So 8-4 win against the Sens. The Sens make a panic trade after that game. They trade Danny Heatley to Columbus. They get back 3 good players, but again, it just seems like they were either scared about the contract negotiation with Heatley coming up, or they just don't believe in that team anymore. But again, they're only realistically about a year away from actually trading Heatley themselves. So, or maybe about a year and a half away from doing that. So, it's not shocking for Ottawa at this point Anyways, guys, that will wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. Hit like if you liked the video today. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And hit that notification bell so you can have those notifications turned on. Helps me out considerably. Gets you the video as soon as it uploads to the channel. As always, guys, catch you on the next one.